My parents refused to attend my wedding because I didn't invite their entitled friends. So I uninvited them to family holidays as well, and now they are mad and calling me selfish. I'm 29, male, and I never thought I'd be writing this, but my relationship with my parents has gone straight to hell, and it all started because of my wedding. Looking back, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. My parents have always been the type who care more about what things look like to other people than what actually matters. It's all about appearances for them. Growing up, my mom made sure we were the perfect family. We hosted the big holiday dinners, the parties, and whatever social event my mom could use to climb the social ladder. She has this group of friends, let's call them the circle, who are just like her. All they care about is status and who's who. My dad, well, he just went along with whatever she said. He's always been passive, letting her run the show. So when my wife and I started planning our wedding last year, I knew it was going to be an issue. We wanted something small, intimate, just the people we really cared about. No big flashy production, no guest list full of people we barely know. That's not us. We wanted our day to be about us, not about putting on a show. But my mom? She was never going to be okay with that. It started when she asked me about the guest list. I was up front. We're keeping it small, Mom. Just close family and friends. She gave me this look. You're inviting the circle, right? I shook my head. No, we're not. They're your friends, not ours. Her face twisted like I'd just told her I was disowning the family. What do you mean? They've been in our lives for years. They're practically family. How could you not invite them? I tried to explain. Mom, I don't even know half of them that well. And the ones I do know, I don't like. This is our wedding. We want people we care about. She just stared at me, like I'd grown two heads. This is going to be humiliating. What are we supposed to say when they find out they're not invited? I stayed calm, or at least I tried. It's not about you, it's about us, our wedding. That's when she really lost it. She started going on and on about how I was being selfish, how I was ruining everything, how I didn't care about the family's reputation. She even dragged my dad into it, who as usual didn't have much to say, except, maybe you should reconsider. But I wasn't budging. This was our day, not some networking event for my parents' friends. I sent out the invites, and of course, none of her circle were on the list. And that's when things got bad. My mom stopped talking to me for a few weeks after that. Every time I tried to call, she'd either avoid me or give me one-word answers. I figured she just needed time to cool off, but I was wrong. She wasn't cooling off, she was plotting. A month before the wedding, my aunt calls me, totally uncomfortable. She tells me my mom's been going around telling the rest of the family that I'm excluding them from the wedding, that my fiancé is the one behind it all, that she's alienating us from everyone. I was pissed. My mom was straight up lying, trying to make it seem like we were the ones cutting off the family when all we did was say no to her friends. But it didn't stop there. About 2 weeks before the wedding, I get a call from the caterer. Apparently, my mom had called them, pretending to be me, and tried to upgrade the entire menu. She wanted fancier food, more expensive options, the whole thing. Thankfully, the caterer thought it was weird and called me to confirm before making any changes. I called my mom immediately. Did you seriously try to change our catering behind our backs? She didn't even deny it. I was just trying to help. You don't want people thinking you're cheap, do you? Mom, it's our wedding. We picked what we wanted. You don't get to make decisions for us. She brushed me off, saying I'd thank her later and that I was making a big deal out of nothing. I was beyond pissed, but I wasn't going to let her sabotage the wedding. I called all the vendors, set up passwords so no one could make changes except me and my fiancé. But that wasn't enough for her. A week later, my mom calls me, and this time, she's not even trying to hide the fact that she's being manipulative. If you don't invite the circle, your father and I won't be coming to the wedding, and don't expect us to help you with the down payment for your house either. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You're seriously trying to blackmail me with money? She didn't even flinch. No, I'm just telling you the consequences of your actions. You want to exclude us? Fine, but don't expect us to support you financially. I was tempted to give in, I won't lie. That money would have helped a lot. But at the end of the day, it wasn't worth letting her control our wedding. Keep your money, I told her. We'll manage without it. She hung up on me. No apology, no second thoughts. Just hung up. My dad didn't even call me after that. They didn't show up to the wedding. None of their friends did either, of course. Honestly, it hurt. Seeing those empty seats, knowing my parents weren't there on the most important day of my life, it stung. But at the same time, it was freeing. The wedding was amazing. The people who mattered were there, and we had the best day. I didn't let their absence ruin it. But the fallout wasn't over. After the wedding, things were cold. My parents didn't reach out. I didn't either. I thought maybe we'd just let things lie, but that's not how my mom operates. Then Thanksgiving rolled around, and that's when things really went off the rails. Every year, my parents host Thanksgiving at their house. It's a big deal, tons of family, friends, all the social bullshit my mom lives for. But this year, after everything, my wife and I didn't feel like going. We wanted to spend the holiday at home, just the two of us. So, I called my mom. We're going to stay home for Thanksgiving this year, I told her. We're starting our own traditions. There was this long, heavy silence. Then she says, "So, you're uninviting us from your lives now? Is that what this is?" I tried to keep calm. "No, we're just staying home this year. We'll see you at Christmas." She wasn't having it. "You're punishing us because we didn't come to your wedding, aren't you? You're so selfish, it's unbelievable." That's when I finally lost it. "You made the choice not to come to the wedding. That was on you." She got real nasty then. "Well, you forced our hand. You didn't invite our friends. What did you expect?" "I expected you to respect our decision," I said, "but clearly you can't. So maybe we need to take a break from these family holidays." Her tone turned venomous. "You're seriously uninviting us from Christmas now too? Do you have any idea how selfish you sound?" I was done. "No, I'm setting boundaries. If you can't respect that, then yeah, maybe we do need space." She hung up on me again. Fine by me. But then the games started. A week later, my dad texts me. He says they're cutting me off financially for good. No more help with the house, no more support, nothing. He tries to make it sound like I've alienated myself from them. I didn't even respond. But my mom wasn't done. She started calling up my aunts, uncles, cousins, anyone who would listen, and telling them that I'd uninvited her from Thanksgiving and Christmas, spinning the story like I was some kind of villain, cutting them out of my life. Pretty soon, I was getting messages from relatives saying things like, "Family is everything, and you shouldn't turn your back on your parents." I wasn't going to let her win. I called up a few family members and explained what really happened. Most of them got it, but there were still a few who bought into her bullshit. Whatever. I wasn't about to start justifying myself to everyone. Then came the final straw. A few days before Christmas, my wife's mom called us. She was confused, because my mom had invited her, along with my wife's whole family, to their Christmas party. My mom didn't even mention it to us. She just went ahead and invited them like we didn't exist. I lost it. I called my mom. "Why the hell are you inviting my wife's family to your Christmas party without even talking to us?" She was so smug. "Well, they're family now, aren't they? I thought it would be nice to include them since you're excluding us." I could barely contain my anger. "You don't get to make decisions for us, Mom. Stop trying to manipulate everyone." Her voice got cold. "You've made it clear you don't want to be part of this family, so why should I care what you think anymore?" That's when I just snapped. "You seriously don't get it, do you? You've been manipulating everyone for years, trying to control every part of my life. Well, guess what? I'm done. You're not hosting anyone from my wife's family. You're not involved in our holidays. And if you can't respect our boundaries, then you're not going to be a part of our lives anymore. Period." She went silent for a second, like she was caught off guard. Then she went right back to her usual tone, cold as ice. "Well, if that's how you feel, don't expect to come crawling back when you realize you need family." I hung up. I wasn't about to let her have the last word this time. After that, I called my wife's parents and explained everything. Thankfully, they were on our side. They politely declined my mom's invite and let her know that they'd be spending the holidays with us. My mom was furious, of course, but I didn't care anymore. I was done playing her games. Christmas came, and we had it at our house, just me, my wife, and her family. It was peaceful, drama-free, and exactly what I needed after months of dealing with my parents' bullshit. But of course, my mom couldn't leave it alone. She sent me this long email on Christmas Eve, filled with guilt-tripping nonsense, saying how she never imagined her own son would tear the family apart, and how disappointed she was in the man I'd become. She ended it with, "If you don't fix this, you can consider yourself cut off for good." I didn't even bother replying. The next day, my dad sent me a half-hearted text saying they missed me and hoped we could talk soon. Yeah, right, like I was gonna fall for that after everything they'd pulled. I didn't respond. I wasn't about to get sucked back into their manipulation. A few weeks later, the final bomb dropped. My mom had been talking to some family friends, people I hadn't seen in years, and spreading this story about how I'd abandoned them, about how my wife had brainwashed me, and how they'd done nothing wrong. They painted themselves as the victims. But the kicker? She tried to make it sound like I was just in it for their money, like I was angry because they'd cut me off financially. That was the final straw for me. They couldn't admit they were wrong, so they decided to trash my name and make it seem like I was the problem all along. I called them one last time. "I know what you've been saying about me to everyone," I said, my voice calm but shaking with anger. My mom didn't even flinch. "Well, you made your choice, didn't you? You? Actions have consequences." I took a deep breath. "Yeah, they do, and the consequence of your actions is that you've lost me for good." Her tone didn't change. "Don't be dramatic. You'll come around eventually." I just laughed. "No, I won't. You're not welcome in our lives anymore. We're done." I hung up and blocked their numbers. For good. It's been months now, and honestly, it's been peaceful. Sure, I still hear whispers from other family members, but I don't care anymore. My wife and I have built a life on our terms, free from their control. We've set boundaries, and for the first time, I feel like I'm living life for me, not for anyone else. Sometimes I wonder if they'll ever truly understand what they did. But even if they don't, I'm okay with it. They've shown me who they are, and I've made my decision. If you're reading this and dealing with entitled, manipulative family members, let me give you some advice. Don't let them control your life. Set boundaries and stick to them. It's not easy, but in the end, you'll thank yourself. And hey, if you want to hear more about the wild drama that still follows me around, subscribe. You won't want to miss the next chapter in this family saga. Trust me, it's not over yet.